Moses, what do you think is the leading mistake?
Yep. Yes. So, syempre, Ed, diba? When it comes to investing, hindi lang sports yung parang gusto mo maging Olympian level. So, in investing and trading, gusto mo rin ma-reach yun, yung parang Olympian level, diba? So, may mga approaches tayo. Pero firstly, dapat malaman mo kung ano yung pinaka-widespread na mistakes as an investor. So, firstly, is not diversifying your portfolio. I know we've mentioned it a lot, I guess, on the few morning huddle shows, pero it's just how important it is kasi. And ito yung maraming new investors and newbies in the market that are having this kind of mistake. So, bakit important na diversify yung portfolio mo? First, let's say example, meron kang 1 million pesos na capital and you want to invest in the stock market. And then invest mo lang siya sa isang stock. Let's say stock A. Tapos bumagsak yan ng 20%. Immediately, 20% yung overall capital depreciation, 'di ba? So immediately 200,000 na wala agad sa capital mo. So we want to prevent that. So what we can do is that you put your capital in more than one investment. So let's say sa akin personally, I guess the best approach is to at least buy 5 stocks in the market so that you will be diversified. Hindi lang siya 5 stocks na within the same sector. Let's say, meron kang hawak na 5 stocks, tapos nasa food industry or food sector lahat yon. So what happens is, what if merong sector-wide na bad news, buong portfolio mo affected. So ayaw mo mangyari yun. So the best way is, yung 5 stocks mo na yun, naka-spread out siya sa different sector. Now, that's a level up of diversifying. So let's say meron kang stock A sa food, stock B sa financial, stock C sa different sector as well. So ngayon, really, you're gonna be safe in whatever happens in the different sectors.
Oh, fantastic. I totally agree with you, Moses, na yung nabanggit mo kanina na 5 stocks, no? And ladies and gentlemen, as you listen to us in the morning huddle, you see that we represent one of the 3 main hats that we think are effective ways of dealing with the market. And especially if you're trading on a more active level, you still need to diversify. So, of course, I've been in the industry for quite some time now, and may mga tao malapit, I lost a lot in my stock investment. When we ask them, how many stocks are you holding? Then they tell us, walang po, or because they heard it from social media. So, again, not a good way to go. And yung nabanggit mo kanina, yung kahit may 20 stocks ka, 10 stocks, no, na just, in a single industry. Naalala niyo yun, gentlemen, yung during the past administration, nagkaroon ng so, lahat ng mining companies really went into a slump, no? So, and mamaya, I think I'm alluding to Mr. JC's pick, but minsan, yun nagiging problema. Gentlemen, sa akin is the switching of the styles in the middle of execution. So as you know, for me, it's the long-term investment. Kay Moses is really more in the middle, active investing. And kay JC is the active investor, yung trader, the trader hat. And sometimes, kahit mga long-term investor, di ba, ang rules dyan is that you have to put your money into good stocks, mainly galing sana sa index, and then you invest when they're cheap and then hold them for a long period of time. But at times, minsan yung mga long-term masyado mag-monitor ng portfolio nila, natutukso with all of the exciting trades, no, or opportunities in the market. So minsan they shift. So, and inversely, medyo masama din yun. Sometimes if you are a trader, diba, you have your cut loss, you have, your rules that you follow. But a particular stock, pag nag-correct and breaches down, not really a good behavior, because hahawakan mo for a long period. So just remember, when we talk about investing here in the morning huddle, the first step is knowing thyself, and then trying and finding that trading style that fits your lifestyle. Aside from diversifying, it's the fact of being confused about the style of investing you want to make. So especially if you're starting, some people who might be advanced in stock investing might say na, oh, I have, which can also be correct, right? But for starter investors, yung mga shifts na yan, for convenience or dahil natalo na, hindi nila nakita yung they're down 20-30%, they shift to another style of long-term investing kahit trader sila. Yun lang. So avoid that mistake. Again, plugging our so you understand those rules and execute them properly. So that, see, what are your thoughts? Mga mistakes that beginner investors make?
Yeah, ako naman trader hat kasi ako, so I will be saying the mistakes that most traders commit in the early stage of their journey, no. So eto lang, sobrang basic lang, no proper risk management. So kasi nabanggit nga ni Ed kanini yung cut loss, no, pagka trader. So that plays a big role dun sa no proper risk management, no. Kasi successful trading is a marathon, no, napag-usapan din natin yung takbo earlier, no. Hindi siya sprint eh. So risk management allows traders to take calculated risks, learn from their mistakes, and then gradually improve their strategies, no. So leading to a long-term profitability. Kasi pagka, for example, meron kang 100,000, just for an example, no. Tapos wala kang cut loss trigger. So nag-decline yung stock mo in a day ng 50%. So that 100,000 will turn into 50K na lang. So yung next trade mo, konti na lang yung capital mo to use. Unlike if meron kang proper risk management, nag-decline ng, for example, 5% lang yung stock na yon, then nakat mo na yung loss mo, move on to the next trade. So no proper risk management yung for me most committed errors ng trader talaga. Kasi pagka trader ka, you have this tinatawag nating cut loss trigger. So, 'di ba? Yung pagka anytime na nag-decline to a certain percentage na, or parameters na sinet mo, i-hit mo lang yung trigger mo and then move on to the next trade. And then as the saying goes, no, dun sa mga traders, you are always good as your next trade. Kasi after that mistake, no, from the previous trade, pagka nanalo ka naman dun sa next trade, di ba? And then compound all these wins, that will play a big amount of profit in your portfolio na rin.
Yeah. Gusto ko, JC, yung sinabi mo dun eh. It's investing and trading, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Kumbaga, longevity talaga ng capital mo, yung number one priority mo. That's why itong mga risk management and even diversifying and even yung kay Sir Ed na style hopping, it's, if you prevent and use it, tong mga risk management approach na to, tatagal ka sa market. Parang Olympians rin eh. No? Parang athlete na, you want to be parang in the long game. Kumbaga ayaw mo ng 1 year, nandito ako sa market, tapos sobrang galing ko. Then the next year, wala ka na. Diba? Okay. Parang sa NBA, si LeBron James, I think siya yung pinaka-example ng longevity as a professional na talagang inaalagaan yung physique niya, diba? So tayo rin, ganun rin sa investing. Capital, tayo naman, yung equivalent natin doon, yung capital. Aalagaan natin yung capital natin. We make sure that di natin ubusin yan kasi in the long run, we are expecting we're gonna gain and kikita tayo. So,
and I think, just wanted to share lang last there, no? Yung I learned this from yung mga lodi natin in the market, di ba? Ang sabi niya sa akin dati, treat your stock portfolio as a business. No? Take it seriously. No, define your rules. What are you in for? Ano yung style mo of trading? And then, you have to, keep that afloat and, staying in the market. That's why last time, kung maalala niyo, gentlemen, we were talking about cost averaging, no? Yes. Especially for people who are starting out, no? kinakabahan pa sila with market movements. When they see the red parts of their portfolio, they get spooked and get out of the market. But if you do cost averaging, especially for long-term investors such as myself, then you have a better chance to stay in the market and realize those gains for you.